It's time for a vacation, and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandal's 16 all-inclusive, luxury included, adults-only resorts, or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get Thunderstroke aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to the Motivated Mindset with your host, me, Jose Flores, and we are going to go into the why behind what we do in life. Have you ever wondered what truly drives people? I know I do. What fuels their purpose and motivation? In this podcast, we're going to explore those profound questions, uncovering the stories and insights that shape our journeys. Join me as we navigate in the depths of human ambition and uncover the secrets to living a fulfilled life, purpose, and driven. Let's get motivated. Thank you. ¿Qué pasa, mi gente? Welcome to the Motivated Mindset. I'm your host, Jose Flores, proud Latino, born in New York City, straight out of the Bronx, raised in Brooklyn. That New York flavor, that hustle, that grit, it shaped me, built me, and still drive me. How you doing? Look, I'm a combat veteran who served 30 years in the United States Army. Look, right here, before we get rolling, I want to send a powerful salute to all my veterans, service members, and first responders. Para todo, gracias por lo que hacen. Much respect, you know. Now, you already know. Now, in this chapter of my life, I wear many different hats, but I know you like what you see. I'm a motivational speaker, a certified personal trainer, a certified mediator, what's up, and even an end-of-life death doula. But here's the truth behind all those titles. I do what I do because I'm called to serve. Because I know what struggle feels like. Because I know what it means to fight for purpose and to help others out, to find theirs. La cosa de ello. Todo el día, every day, my mission is simple: to inspire, to uplift, to challenge, to be a reminder that no matter where you start, you can always define your life with heart, discipline, faith, and relentless drive. That's why this podcast exists, The Motivated Mindset. This is where we talk about resilience. We talk about culture. We talk about optimism, discipline, and the courage it takes to keep pushing when life swings hard. You know what? We keep it real. Duro, New York City, real, straight talk, Bronx humor, ¿qué pasa? You know what I'm saying? Zero sugarcoating. You're going to laugh, you're going to reflect, you're going to get fired up, even shed a tear. But one thing I promise, that you will leave más fuerte than when you press that play button, because this isn't just motivation. This is a transformation. Now, let's talk about today's guest. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Today, we're bringing on someone who embodies precision, passion, purpose, a man who turned his craft into a culture, Mr. Nathan Rios Colon, the founder of Rios Cuts. Rios Cuts isn't just a barbershop. Mi gente, it is a statement. It's a lifestyle, a bold fusion of refined technique, fearless style, and of course, pure grit. Nathan brings the eye of an artist and the hands of a craftsman, delivering haircuts that aren't just, como se dice, clean, but powerful, sharp, confident, built for a generation that moves with purpose. This brother right here transformed clippers into a vehicle for cultura, culture, identity, and empowerment. Wow. And today we're about to dive into his journey, his vision, and the mindset behind building a brand that speaks louder than palabra. One last note before we start. If you vibe with what you hear, con tu oreja, if this conversation inspires you, yay, woo! If you appreciate the interviews, the energy that I bring, you know what I'm saying? And the message, all I ask you to do is support my YouTube channel. What does that look like? What that means? Mi gente, hit like the subscribe button and share with someone who could use a little motivation. Your support helps me keep bringing powerful guests, meaningful conversation, and purpose-driven content straight to you. All right, familia, let's get into it. Because you know what? This is the motivated mindset. Give me a moment because we're going to bring them in. Whoo!
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Right. Hey, welcome to the show, Nathan.
Thank you for having me.
Man, we're glad to have you here. I'm already getting questions. Am I getting questions already? What is up with that? So it's all good. It's all good. So, hey, I always take it. There we go. So, hey, man, one of the things, of course, where we start with the show, people want to know who you are, quién tú eres, what's going on. Let's take it off, my man. What we got, my brother?
Man, I'm just a little guy, just born in Ponce, Puerto Rico, in the little campo side of the pueblito, you know. And after that, I moved to Miami, and now I'm living here in the DMV. I'm just I'm an artist. That's what when people say, "Who am I?" I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I'm drawing my whole life, and I took that onto cutting hair.
Man, that's stupendous. So let me tell you, what now you grew up in which borough? You grew up in Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico?
Oh, I was born in Puerto Rico, and I moved to Miami like after that.
Miami. Okay, Miami. Okay, all right. And how old were you there? How long did you stay in Miami?
I stayed there for like 9 years, and then I moved up to the DMV. Been living outside the outskirts of DC and PD for about 16, 17 years.
Okay, all right. And when did you, growing up, when did you start thinking, hey, I want to do something different than what everybody else is doing?
I feel like I've always had that feeling.
Okay.
But the thing is, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And even today, I feel like I'm constantly changing. And I think that's what life's about. You got to take everything that it throws at you, and you got to just, see what you like and see what you don't like. For example, when I was a kid, I wanted to be Steve Irwin. I wanted to be wrestling the alligators. I wanted to be doing farms. I was watching Animal Planet every day.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was gonna be a barber. So the thing is, like, that's what I went to college for at first. I went studying animal science, but then they were teaching me agricultural stuff, which is not what I wanted. I switched to public health, wanted to be a little doctor or something because I thought that's where the money was at. Then COVID hit, and I was like, what do I do now? I like to be pretty. I like to get a haircut every 2 weeks. Cutting my own hair, and all my friends in class were like, all the barbershops are closed. Who's cutting your hair? That's how I became a barber. You just got to take everything that life throws at you, every little chance. You never know when your calling is going to happen. And even with this stuff, I know you said something about my cowboy hat earlier.
I'm digging it.
It's become a part of my lifestyle too, because over a year ago, I flew out west, got introduced to the culture, fell in love with it. Now I ride horses, I throw ropes, I work out. Like I just rode like 2 horses this morning right before getting on this podcast, and 3 horses on Wednesday. Yeah. Like, you gotta take every single opportunity life gives to you and just have fun with it. Just build off of it. If I'm not cutting hair and in the gym, I'm gonna be riding horses.
Let me tell you something. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, right? I'll never forget one time my dad took me to Coney Island and he put me on a donkey and that thing almost bit me. Ever since then, bro, I was like, oh no. So I haven't got on a horse because of that. I've been like gun shy to that. So I'm proud of you. You can do that. But
I broke my arm over the summer on a horse.
Yeah.
You know what I did? I just went. I I got back on another horse a month later. That's
So
not gonna stop me.
what is that like? What does it do for you, man, when you ride a horse? Like, what is it about riding a horse that you like?
I feel like that hobby, which is now part of my lifestyle, has brought me
Yeah.
so much peace and maturity. You know, like as a man, every man should learn how to be a leader.
Mhm.
And when you are learning how to ride horses, you learn through body language, through communication with them, how to carry yourself calmly because horses, they're very anxious creatures. They like
Okay.
very stuff. So like you have to keep your energy low no matter what happened. Even if you're in the scariest situation, you need to take a deep breath and think about the situation logically and lead your horse to where it needs to be because it won't listen to you if you're not a leader. So without this, I wouldn't have become as confident. I wouldn't have become mature. I wouldn't have become as organized. I feel like this has taught me how to become more of a man because I started with older horses with more experience, and now I'm gotten to a level where I'm starting to train younger horses who have much more anxiety and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like it's teaching me to be a better man and to raise uh to eventually when I want to have kids, I'll be able to raise them better because now I know how to be patient and how to like instruct firmly and gently at the same time.
That is amazing. You say that because the veterans program, they have a program for veterans with PTSD, and just based on what you're saying, and they take them to be with horses because
Oh
I
yeah.
guess it calms them down. Is that what it is?
Horses, they are very sensitive animals in the aspect that when you enter the room, they can already feel your heartbeat. They know your heart rate. They can when they smell you, they already smell your emotions, your energy. And if you are a very tense, very nervous person,
Mhm.
like they reflect you. And
Wow.
so like the first thing you do when you meet a horse, I don't look them straight in the eye. I just like kind of approach shoulders low, like not tense, relax. I slowly put my hand up. I let them smell my hand so they can feel my energy. Because if they don't know me, they don't know who I am. You know, like they're nervous. And so
Mm.
when they read that energy, and like they begin to reflect it, and it does calm you down. It really does. It's a bond, especially when you guys are in sync together and you see the horse trusts you and listens to you. It's a feeling like no other. It's like time flies. When time flies, I don't even look at my phone. That's saying something because I'm a phone addict.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a
No,
phone addict. So it's like I that's saying something. If you can get me off the phone for hours at a time, then there's something there.
wow. No. That's what you just said is amazing. So this will be good for like young people. Even
Yeah, it's good for everybody. I feel like
yeah.
it teaches you also to toughen up. Like there's different horses for different people. You know, like I said, I've gotten to a level where I'm a more intermediate, advanced rider, and I work with more, horses that are prone to blowing up and stuff. So it's like I I've dealt with situations where, like I said, I've gotten injured. I fell off
Mm,
time again or whatever, but that doesn't stop me. There's a phrase that
right.
they say called "cowboy up." It's like man up. You
Mm,
you you didn't die. Okay, get back on the horse. Keep it going. Keep it going.
right.
Because
So what you
when
saying?
you're in the
No, I'm
field or
sorry, guys.
you're not gonna just stop what you're doing. You're gonna get
Yeah,
back on, keep going. And that's life too. That's life.
that's right. Just like life, when you get knocked down, you just get back up.
That,
That is pretty good. Just hearing you. So I'm in a new chapter of my life. Just hearing you, I may try to get on a horse now. Easy.
oh yeah. Also, donkeys are completely different. They're they're so different.
Well, every time I think of a donkey, I think of Shrek. The movie with the donkey.
Who
No,
was the
but I
guy
mean,
who played the donkey again? He was funny.
It was.
Chris.
No, because hearing what you're saying about horses and what they do, and when you told me how you step up to it and let them, I guess, sense you before you do anything, is amazing.
Yeah, they notice you from long ways away. Like they have good senses because they're prey animals. Back before we tamed them, they were being hunted by lions, bears, whatever that was out there to eat them. So their instinct is, if something is off, I'm running away.
Got you.
So like you got to come in with the energy like, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to kill you or whatever. We're friends. And you got to try. So it's just completely. Every video you see of a horse hurting somebody is very rare that the horse hurt them because he wanted to. It's just out of fear. It's fear response.
Yeah. Well, now that's amazing. We're gonna take a break, but when we come back, I wanna talk about, what was some of your, como se dice, mentors? What was some of your inspiration people as when we come back from this quick break? We'll be right back, people. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and so Mr. Rios can answer them. Out here.
How long is the break?
It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey, from the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on the front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, pay the ultimate price. He was the man of the house when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with only one hand. 'Cause Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down here to lie. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Stand on these front lines. He'll pay the ultimate price. Lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. March in line, march in line. Hey. Hey.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program. are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
The web at mbradio.com.
All right, Mr. Rios, you there, my man? You there? All right, there we go. Yeah. Hey, did you like that video? The dude had a cowboy hat. Did you like that?
Which one?
The video that just played, the dude had a cowboy hat, man. Like you. Yeah, bro. I was like, oh, I gotta find something for my man here. No, that's one of my favorite songs, by the way. I love playing that song. But we have a couple of questions, but I wanted to ask, what was one of did you have any mentors in your life?
A lot.
Can you talk about any of them, that kind of helped you along your way and get you where you're at if you want,
I've had a lot of mentors for each stage in my life, honestly. But I was biggest inspiration, obviously, is my mother.
Okay.
Obviously, I feel like, parents are your first mentors.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother, she come from not much in Puerto Rico, and she didn't have, but she worked so hard to get where she's at. And the things she's been through, it's like, I've been through some stuff, but it makes me feel like a softie, honestly. I'm like, wow, like I can never complain about anything that I've ever been through, because at the end of the day, like she was the one who's given me the opportunity, even to where I'm at right now. Like if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't be cutting hair in this space.
Mm.
And I wouldn't have made the money that I've made. I wouldn't have graduated college. I wouldn't have been given the opportunity to been sent to a private school, even though she worked so hard and used up so much of her money to get me there. She just wanted the best. So that was one of my biggest mentors in my life. And then like different people I've met in my jobs, somebody, Yvette, she's an amazing person. She's helped me out so much when I was in high school. Like great heart. And then there's every trainer that I've had when it comes to coaches or for art, people who taught me how to help me teach how to cut hair, people who've helped me even right now with riding horses.
Yeah.
Like all of these people have played crucial roles in my growth.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like every person is sent to you for a reason, for whatever stage of life you're in. Even if it's for 2 days, 1 day, 3 hours, 2 years, 5 years, that person was there for a reason, and you learn something from it.
Absolutely. That's a lot of good stuff. Absolutely. Yvette texts me and she gives me, so she said Nathan was one of my summer interns. I'm so proud of him and what he has accomplished. So yeah, that's Yvette. She's a stupendous woman. I love her very much. And we have a question from somebody that says, somebody from LinkedIn said, do you have a memorable client story that always sticks with you?
Memorable client story. All my clients are amazing people. I have like a lot of great stories. And the thing is, like, what I like about my clients is that I went to school with a lot of them. So it's like, since we're all around the same age range, a lot of we meet outside the barbershop. Like today, I'm going to go cut somebody's hair and then we're going to go hit the gym together.
Okay. All right.
Story. Huh.
All right. And while you're thinking of that, we have I'll let you marinate with that. We have another question. Said, if you could give one celebrity a haircut, who would it be, and what style would you give them? What advice would you give someone who's just starting out as well? That's a loaded question. So let's go with that first one. If you could give one celebrity a haircut, who would it be? And what style would you give?
That's funny. I don't know. I like his energy. He's like very humble. I really like how he's provided for the country. He's done so much for my people. He's put culture out there. He's really represented us. at first, you know, I thought it was just like when he first came out, I thought it was just like another rapper, like a reggaetonero, like.
Right.
But when he blew up and gave back to the community, and it showed how humble he was, you know, like last time he voted for, I think it was for the mayor of Puerto Rico, and he was with everybody else in line. He's a celebrity. He could do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I like that energy because I've met some big time people who they don't even want to acknowledge you. You're just a server to them. But the thing is, like, I like that humble energy. I wouldn't, even if there wasn't much of a conversation, I feel like I'd get a smile out of working with a guy like that.
Okay. And what advice would you give to someone just starting out as a barber?
What advice? You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to go ahead and just do things you wouldn't see yourself doing. I feel like a lot of people in our generation, we're not very good at socializing. I know I wasn't, especially when I first started. I was very awkward. I still am. And it's like, I would just walk up to random strangers like, bro, you know, you could get, like, I'm a really good barber. I'm starting out. Well, I could give you a free haircut. Right. It would be anywhere. Even at the gym, I would be like, hey, bro, can you spot me? And then I was like, yeah, I really appreciate you. By the way, if you ever need a haircut, I'm that guy. Right. You just got to go out of your comfort zone and then just build on talking to people. Offer people like discounts, free cuts, whatever. Even today, I'm booked all the time, but yet I still offer discounts. I'm like, if you bring a friend who has never been here before, you get a discount. Right. It's about building that connection. You can have the most talent in the world. Networking is what's going to get you far. Absolutely.
You're absolutely correct. It's about bridging that gap, being a bridge. You're absolutely correct. Exactly. And somebody says, keep rising, hermano. Your story is inspirational, brother. I mean, people are, you know, giving you blessings, brother, giving you blessings, man. And that's what's up, you know, and we're going to talk about that. But I got another question from your mentor over here. She says, what's the strangest request you ever had in the barbershop that you would like to share?
Strangest requests. Huh. I got a lot of weirdos too. But a lot of it's unserious stuff. So like a strange request that was serious, I'm trying to think. One time I went to give somebody's dog a haircut.
Okay.
They brought their dog to the barbershop.
And how did that turn out? Was you able to do a good job for the dog?
I didn't have the proper clippers because dogs are so different. I didn't think it was different. I thought it was the same thing.
Right. Wow. That
it was one of those little crusty white dogs. The ones with the book on their face. Sorry if anyone has one of those. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is hilarious, brother. That is hilarious, man. Oh my goodness.
Last summer, I actually cut the hair of a horse. He had so much hair, he looked like a sheep, like a big old sheep. Wow. He was like a man.
You definitely need certain shears, right? That's what you use.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I had to buy a whole new pair of shears. I took a video. I'm gonna take it and say it's a business write-off.
Oh my goodness, that is excellent. So we got another question here. It says, if I love it, if your hair could talk, what do you think it would say right before you cut it?
Bro, give me an actual haircut. Like you put on a hat every day.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Ever since I started this cowboy stuff, I don't think my hair has seen the sun in a while. I have a hat on all the time. No. And then I do give myself a haircut. It's just the sideburns and the beard, and that's it. And then I just let it. Right now I have it braided, and then I just put the hat on so that the braids, because with the big puffy afro, it pushes my hat up. I just need braids to get the hat on again.
Wow. That is awesome, man. No, that's good stuff. I think you've taken it to another level. People say some barber would say, hey, cutting hair is cutting hair, but you take it to another level. What does it mean for you when you're able to have somebody sit down and you're able to see what you started and what it ends like, and once you're done?
Sometimes I surprise myself. No offense to some of the people that I'm not gonna say no names, but sometimes people walk in, I'm like, how am I saving you, man? What am I
Okay.
and then it's like, I just let myself go to work, and it comes out, and I'm like, wow, like that turned out way better than expected.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. One thing I will say barbering has taught me to do is to be calm under pressure too. Because there's times where I was like I said, I don't know what to do with this. I heard people like their hairline is receding up to here. I'm like, well, you have no hair. How am I supposed to save you?
They don't come in like this, right?
I have some clients that are bald. Bald.
That's it, bro.
They still come. It's like shave the 3 hairs that's on my head.
Oh my God, that's hilarious, brother. That is shave the 3 hairs back there. Okay. Yeah, cool beans. All right. So we have one more question here, and it says, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years. So what the goal is right now is I love cutting hair, yes, but I don't want to cut hair at the amount that I'm cutting. I want to be just as booked, cutting less, charging a little bit more.
Gotcha.
And eventually, like, my goal is to have a place out here, so where I cut hair, hopefully in the same vicinity, because all my clients stay here.
Right.
And also own a barbershop where I have employees that pay booth rent on a regular basis. I'm trying to get to a point where I don't have to work, because I don't want to be here forever. I want to be owning a ranch, 10 to 40 acres, have little caballitos, little horses, and like dogs, chickens, just like how my grandfather used to do it.
Right.
Great grandfather used to do it back in Puerto Rico, where they had the little criollo horses that camina a paso.
Right.
And it's just like, my goal in 5 years is just to have a better step towards not having to work as much. Because even right now, I'm grateful that I have more time than I did when I first started cutting, because I used to work every single day, 12 hours a day. And now I've gotten to a point where it's like I can work some days really hard and then other days less, so I can do what I love.
So you control your time, because your time is valuable.
Yeah. Like I still work a lot right now, but the goal is to keep working a lot so I don't have to work as much, and then like little by little, I get more time to do what I want to do.
Got you. Okay. Hey, so we're going to take our last break. When we come back, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of your job. We got some pictures. We got some stuff. And because people want to know some stuff about how they get in contact with you and all that. So we're going to take our last break, and we'll be right back.
Whatever happened to the brave young soldier? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he never once cried, lying with his brothers there by his side. At 19 years old, he was sent off to war, not really sure what he was fighting for. So he fights for what's behind him and his brothers beside him. Together they'll weather the storm. 9 long months later and he's still alive, fought several long battles you shouldn't have survived. Then the IED exploded as the ambush unfolded. He laid there bleeding as his brothers all died. Whatever happened to the brave young soldier? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he never once cried, lying with his brothers there by his side. Reinforcements arrived in the nick of time. Old Doc had found him and called in the nightline. He awoke in the hospital, they patched all the holes. Too bad they couldn't fix the ones in his soul. And 16 years later he locks all the doors, unable to find anything worth living for. His family has left him, he feels society rejects him. With a bottle and a pistol, he falls to the floor. Whatever happened to the brave old veteran? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he sat there and cried, with only his memories sitting there by his side. Brothers and sisters, we can't lose this war. Have we forgotten what the hell we fought for? Pick up the phone, don't knock on the door. 22 too many, we must carry on, fighting these battles until they are won. We know that we walk on the edge of a knife, but one simple call can save a life. Whatever happened to the brave old veteran? He was a good friend of mine.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
The web at mbradio.com.
My man, welcome back. Welcome back, mi gente. Welcome back to MBR. This is stupendous. My brother Rios, you are dropping some golden nuggets, man. You are stupendous, as I would say. But hey, we want to get into what you do, your business, and you want me to bring up some pictures? We're ready for the pictures, and so they can see your work. You ready for that?
The show.
All right, and you can talk about it. Here we go. Let's see. They bring that up. Hopefully it shows up. I'm trying, and we got some issues here, but we're gonna work it out. Oh, I know why. Okay, Jose, get your stuff together. Get your stuff together, and we're gonna get it. Here we go. All right, brother. It's all yours, and you tell me what we got here.
So I think this was a while ago. I think he asked to just freestyle, just do it. And one of the things was when I first started cutting hair, I wanted to be different from other barbers in the aspect that I cut every single race. I'm not one of those barbers that it's like, oh, I only cut black people hair, I only cut white people hair, I cut every single hair texture. And I used to struggle more with some than others because they were so different.
Yeah.
I post everything. I think this guy is Japanese. One of my very clients.
Yeah. So what did they look? Wow. That is stupendous, man. I'm digging that. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh. All right. Talk to me about this guy.
I don't even know. When he came in, I was like, what are we going to do with this? I was hoping to God that he wasn't one of those guys that just be like, just fade the sideburn and call it a day. Because yeah, money, but you gonna look crazy, bro. Still, regardless. And then he was like, "Nah, just chop it off." And I was like, "Okay,
Right?
let's do it."
And look what you did, man. I mean, from that to this, that is that's beautiful, man. That's awesome, brother. I mean, and especially during COVID, I think this is when you say your stuff really grew, right? Your business.
My business grew my junior year of college
Mm-hmm.
when I started cutting athletes.
Okay.
Track athletes. I would cut baseball, basketball, football. Some of them made it to NFL. Some made
Wow.
to and it's like because I was cutting so many college athletes, a lot of students looked up to them.
Yeah.
And they loved watching them on the field, on the court. And so my haircuts grew very quick.
Wow.
And that's one thing I'm grateful for is being in university, even if I'm not currently using my degree, university is one of the most best places to network.
Mm-hmm.
Always events to network. You're always going to be meeting people who are young professionals who have potential to be something better.
Yeah.
Whether athletes or entrepreneurs or engineers. Each one of these clients is going to be something good in the future because they studying and working hard for it. And that's one thing that I loved about going to college is that I met all these great people who are improving my business. I have so many clients of mine that were entrepreneurs or young business majors, and they will come in and give me advice while I'm cutting their hair.
Wow.
So I'm like absorbing things, asking people questions while I'm cutting their hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see this guy.
Okay, let's see this guy. What we got? Wow, look at that. One thing about the barbershop, I know when I used to have a DA, that's where the community used to go and talk.
Oh yeah.
It's a great place for the community to meet and exchange ideas and what's going on. So no, I can truly relate.
That's changed so much though, because like this generation and because of COVID and like online booking, there's only one person in a barbershop at a time.
Right. Okay.
And like want to be in and out because it's a very quick, fast-paced culture here, especially here in DC, the city. Not a lot of people do talking. So I feel like I try, at least if the client is open for it, to keep that culture alive, like getting people sharing opinions, disagreements, whatever. And it's like, but it's still, it's not gonna ever be the true same as it was back then. I miss those days.
Yeah.
The barbershop was like a man's space where everybody would come together.
Absolutely. No, you absolutely.
Cut my hair, you get out. You cut my hair, you get out. It's just more modern now.
Yeah. But you've adjusted excellent to it. I mean, because you adjust with the business, with the people, what they want.
Yeah, for sure. Like you gotta adapt to your audience and what the times and requests. But look at this guy.
I know that. Okay, everybody, look at that. And look what Nathan did. That's beautiful, man. That's just like a work of art, man.
But that's what I said. Like some of the best barbers, the most famous barbers, they were artists too.
Yeah,
I know a nail tech girl who used to paint and used to draw, and she's so successful with her business in nails because she took that onto nails. And I've been drawing since I was a little baby.
Wow.
And I learned how to cut hair so fast like that. It's the same thing. Light hand. You have like the lines, the rough draft.
Yeah.
You blend. You do all those things. It's the same thing.
When I first saw this guy, I was like, okay, well, what's that gonna be? And then when I saw him, it even looked like the same guy.
I love this. People like to make this comment a lot. They're like, "Oh, you fixed his vision too." I'm like, call me a surgeon. Call me a surgeon.
was like Clark Kent, right? Like, how could you not know that's not Superman, right? What's up, you know? Hey, we got this young man here.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, you took this guy and look what you did to him.
Wow.
That was stupendous, man. You know, I think, let me see. Yeah. Oh, talk to me about this one.
That's one of the guys I met at the gym. I remember he used to give me advice on like what protein supplements to take, everything like that.
Yeah.
This guy, you can't see it under his sweater, but he's a big guy.
Yeah. Wow. And then from this to bam, like what?
There are some clients, as a guy who gets a cut every week, every other 2 weeks, you know, I don't understand how people go over a year without a haircut.
Over a year? Wow.
Yes. Like some of my clients that you see there, they get a haircut. These transformations are so big because they only get a haircut once a year, twice a year.
Right.
And I'm like, how do they do it?
Yeah, no.
But I mean, good content.
Yep. Yeah, and team, hey, family, and this is how you can get a hold of him. I'll bring up this slide again, but this is how you can get a hold of him. But you know, we're gonna go to one more slide here, and then I'll let Mr. Rio. I'll take this off. I'll put this back up, and let's talk about this. What are you doing here? What we got going on?
I was giving this man's a low taper.
Okay.
We were just cracking jokes. I think I've been cutting that guy's hair for like 3-4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like, he's one of those clients that is just like, you just come here and I cut your hair, but it's less about the haircut and more about, hey man, like this is my friend right here. You can see like there's like smiles and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
there's good energy.
Man, you're absolutely correct, bro. I see that. I see that in all your pictures, man. And wow. That is stupendous, man. You know, and what you got here? Where you at? Where you in that picture on the right?
That's at a rooftop bar. That was from one of my little modeling photo shoots.
What? You do some modeling too?
Just for fun with my friends. Like he's a photographer, but like I've thought about it. I've never gotten around to doing it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to try it, but I have like some photos I've taken here and there in DC and other places.
Wow. And as I'm looking at the comments, one of them, you know, somebody said they love the before and after, you know, and I got a question from your mentor right here. I gotta look it up because she be killing my phone, bro. I gotta always keep it charged, but I love it. And it says, so do you feel like a therapist with scissors sometimes?
I think it can be either way. Sometimes I'm the therapist, sometimes the client's my therapist.
I can see that.
Because sometimes I go through things. Like I said, everybody is around the same age, so we go through the same things. Like a lot of the people, they'll come to me asking for advice about how they handle certain things or how I do things. And I might go to them and ask them the same thing. So it's like it can vary. It can vary. Like I'm always there for my clients, and clients are always there for me.
That's amazing. So, you know, since we're talking about clients, I got a number out there, but you know, how can people get in contact with you? I have their number, and do they call? Do they email? What's the best way if somebody wanted to come see you and get a haircut?
A text or a DM. So Instagram DMs. I usually get to that within the first or a few days. My number is right there. Usually you can send a text. Usually, because I get so many scam calls. I
bet.
Number. If the number is unknown, the phone automatically sends it away from me. So you have to send me a text for me to know you're an actual person.
Gotcha. And you've been in this industry for a minute. What do you see anything major happening in the future with the way hair is cut? And you know, since we're talking about AI, does that ever come into play as we move forward? Or is this will always be a human being doing this?
I feel like AI is helping us with things like coming up with video ideas, coming up with content, creating booking sites, creating appointment sites, and easy booking for clients, to managing schedules. So AI is becoming helpful for barbers in these new forms of technology. Like right now, I'm using the help of a designer and some AI to come up with a logo for Rios.
Mm.
And so it's like all of this stuff is helpful. But do I think AI is going to take my job? Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Yeah, because that fear is out there for a lot of jobs. That's why I asked that question, and
Shout out to all my computer science guys.
yeah. No, this is good. So on the average, I mean, when people for you, how many como se dice, what is the proper name? The razor blade, the thing that cuts the hair. Do you go through those a lot? How long they last? Because I have no idea.
Talk about these.
Yeah, the clippers. There you go. I'm sorry. Thank you for that. I got some issues I'm dealing with. So
The clippers.
the clippers.
You want to line up?
You're right up in there. Get them 3 little hairs I got back there.
So these are trimmers. These are for
Okay.
cleaning up. These are clippers. These are for removing large amount of hair. They're two different. These for two different things. The razor blade. That's this. This is a straight razor.
Got it. Okay.
For lining up the beard, shaves, eyebrows, whatever you need them to do. So those are the 3 main things.
Got you. And let me see. And again, I brought up the information there, ladies and gentlemen. So there's his Instagram, his TikTok, his Facebook. Please reach out to him. You need a haircut. Now you say do you do children too? What's your audience? Who do you do?
My audience is everybody who needs a haircut.
Okay, got it. So females too?
Yeah, if you have short hair,
Okay.
I'm about to cut my mom's hair after this. She has like a short, little classy afro kind of style. With curl.
So let me see. We have a question here. It says, somebody said, if you could do it all over again, would you do anything different?
I wouldn't change anything because I love the way things have turned out.
Okay.
But at the same time, I feel like it would be hard to do these same exact things if you already knew what was going to happen. Because then you would try to avoid the mistakes. But the mistakes are the things that taught you.
Absolutely correct. Bingo. Yes. Yes. And I want to ask, how important is faith to you? Faith, is that important in your life?
As a human, you're always working on it. It's like a journey that's like, whoo. Especially since I'm young and I'm in this generation where everybody likes to party, everybody likes to
yeah.
It's like it's a very different type of time that we're in, and people aren't religious, so there's temptations everywhere.
Yeah.
But faith is very important. Faith is very important. God has been there for me.
Amen.
And so I'm grateful that every opportunity, and God has given me chance after chance after chance. Sometimes I think to myself, like, dang, if I was a father, I would not be this patient with myself.
Hey, our Father's very forgiving, man. He is, bro. He's God is good, man. God is good. Absolutely. And as we get ready to close out, any last things you want to say to anybody, or what's on your mind? Anything I didn't cover?
I don't know if I have anything for me that you haven't covered yet. I think that's pretty good. But at the same time, for everybody else, I just hope that all of you guys take the moment to just be grateful for what you have, and just to work hard no matter what time it's in. Like, I know times seem rough with all the things that's happened. Never know when the good's around the corner. Just don't let go. Like, I felt so low over the summer when my arm was shaped like an S. I thought it was, I couldn't cut hair. I couldn't do nothing, and I couldn't even bend my fingers. It was so bad.
Wow.
Like the arm, you couldn't even tell. It looks back to normal.
Right.
But it's like, you know, I didn't let it stop me, and I had a good circle around me, and I'm back and better. I'm more mature. I'm more patient.
Mm-hmm.
Times they pass.
They do.
So I just tell all these people, just hang in there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
In there and get to the next one. You're gonna be better. You're already above the average.
Mm-hmm.
Health.
Yeah. Man, Nathan, man, you, like I said, you've dropped so much good information. I'm so proud of you of everything you've done, man. You're exceptional. And being so young, man, the world is your oyster. So for me, I want to say thank you, man, for being here. And I know that great things are happening for you and will be happening. And when I see you on the red carpet, brother, I'm like, I knew that guy. I knew.
You're gonna see me in the red barn. I'm gonna be out.
But I'm gonna tell you what. Look, when you get a horse thing, a horse stable or whatever, bro, we'll be in touch. I'm willing to give this thing a try after hearing what you said about how horses are, you know. And you're right, it is different. A donkey is different, you know, from a horse.
True, man. We're gonna put you on a horse. We're gonna put
give it a try.
Really
give it a try. But I want to say thank you, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all your comments and for being here and support this young man. You got the information there, his Instagram, his TikTok, his Facebook. You know how to get a hold of him and check them out. They are freaking stupendous. I've been checking them out and I'm like, wow. And they got music and everything. Makes me want to do some salsa, but that's something else. But reach out. Support this young man. And I want to say thank you to Mr. Rios. Thank you to everybody there. And, everybody have a great, great weekend. Y gracias por todo. Que la pase bien. Adelante. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.